real, raw, and uncut. Like, there is no sugarcoating. We're real about it. If you're real people, message us. Raw and Uncut.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back. Super excited to be back with you again today. Hopefully you've been doing great since the last time we spoke. I have an absolutely incredible episode in store for you today. But before we get to that, guys, if you are enjoying the show, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Feel free to share this on your social media platforms. And if you haven't already, and again, you're loving the show, do me a favor. Go ahead and leave a 5-star review. If you're not following me yet, definitely follow me on Instagram or Facebook. You can find me at the official Justin Ford. Again, that's at the official Justin Ford. Super excited to be with you today for another episode of the Real, Raw, and Uncut series. And we actually have some special guests in the house today. We've got my amazing daughter, Tiara, her awesome friend, Sabrina. We also have Joy Ford in the house.
Woohoo!
And we have our newest addition to the Ford family.
Yes.
Nola Ruby.
I know.
She's our
cute.
new
Not the Ruby.
Little Cavapoo dog.
Not a
She's our
fan.
new-
Not a fan of the Ruby.
Stole our hearts
She's our
away.
new little dog, and we'll talk a little bit about that because we got duped in a sense of getting a dog.
Justin
but
got duped.
Justin
Not Joy.
got duped,
Justin.
yeah. But the show's really not about the dog so much. If you listen to a few episodes ago, Joy, you and I had our episode about our missions trips and how you went to the Philippines. I went to where did I go? Argentina.
I drank breast milk.
And then both of us. What happened? I did not drink breast milk.
Don't bring that up.
I did not drink breast milk.
This is a continuation of this. Yes.
No, go back and listen to the episode that Joy and I did. I did not drink breast milk. Okay? At least not on that trip. I didn't. And so, anyways, okay. But we're excited to have Tiara and Sabrina in the studio.
We finally made it to the pod. We made it.
Made it. Yep. So on the last episode that Mom and I did, we were talking about how we had that morning at 3 a.m. dropped you guys off at the airport. Where did you guys go?
It was an early morning. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was quite the awakening to go to a mission trip bright and early.
Yeah,
3 in the morning.
It didn't feel real. Like, we didn't even feel like we were going to the airport to go to another country. Like, I just thought we were going to the airport. Like, I wasn't fully awake and understanding of what was even gonna happen. Like, we were not prepared.
Yeah. So where did you guys go?
So we first flew to Charlotte, North Carolina. We had a layover.
Yeah.
And then after that, we flew to Costa Rica. And then you can.
So we flew into Liberia, Costa Rica, and then from there we had to go through customs and all that. And then we went to about a 6-hour drive up to Chinandega, Nicaragua.
Yeah, we had to there's no airport in Nicaragua. So we had to drive to the border and get out of the car and go across and go through their customs.
You had to walk across the border?
Yeah, we had to walk across. It wasn't quite the experience. Like, there was not anything we've ever done before.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
It was interesting. It was a long, long drive. Like, once we got there, even when we got there, it was the sun was still out. We got into the customs area. It was literally empty, but somehow it took our group 3 hours to get through. Like, they were just slow, but there was no one in there. So we were like, what's the long?
They probably don't have, how many people came on the trip?
About 40.
They probably don't have just randomly 40 people walking across the border.
Yeah, they had lots
to
of
get in the
questions
country.
too. Like, there was a lot of questions.
Wow.
But so by the time we got out, it was dark, pitch black.
Yeah, so we walked in, the sun was going down. We're like, all right, we're going to get through this. And then it's just pitch black while we're getting out of it. So.
Yeah, we had no idea how long this would take. It was long.
Now, what did you guys actually go on this missions trip to do? Like, what was the purpose of it?
Like, what
was the reason? Yeah,
down there, or why we wanted to do personally?
Well, the purpose of the missions trip, and then we can talk about why you guys wanted to do it. But what was the mission trip for? Who was sending you guys on the missions trip? Who were you involved with?
Okay, you want to?
Yeah. So we went down with Northridge Church and we were building water systems. That was our main goal. So they have the organization that we went with is called Amigos for Christ. And we they have different church organizations go down every week. So we're basically continuing a project that they already started this summer. So it's going out and building water systems and just helping out a project that they already started.
Yeah, so it's not like one of those mission trips where you go down there, build a house, and you're done. Yeah. They've had this, how long did they say? There was
Two, like probably 2 full years.
Yeah,
of it
2 full
working.
years.
What do they have, like different
and-
groups that come out?
Yeah, they have different
times?
churches come out every week, and they continue a project in different like villages. And so they have like a team of like 200 people, and they have different little categories or different areas where people can work on.
Yeah.
So we went down there working on whatever they needed help with. The goal was to help help continue their water system, help out on the farms that they have for their food in the community, and basically just do whatever they needed.
Yeah, so they have like a 7-plan mission, and a couple of them are like education. So we went to like a schoolhouse, and another one is like finishing the water systems and just like community. So it's everything is like trying to get water out to these communities and all these families.
Yeah.
Nice. I saw you guys also in some photos with some kids.
Yeah.
You guys did some ministry with kids too.
Yeah, it was awesome. So,
like a school there or something. You just mentioned something about that.
Yeah.
I was
we'll
curious.
get to that.
Okay.
Right? We'll get there. But so yeah, it was like
Stay
crazy
on.
because all the communities we went to, they just use a well, and it's like not very clean. So it was awesome to see like what we were doing for them.
Yeah.
And yeah.
No, that's exciting. And so I know when I went on the missions trip and you went on a missions trip, you know, we talked about this on our show, how much of an eye opener it was.
For sure.
Because when all you know is what we have here, right?
Yeah.
Where we live here
Right.
and the things that we have access to, the things that we honestly take for granted, right? We're so blessed here, you know, in the United States. Even our poor people, right, or our lower income people are more blessed than, you know, people in other third world countries. I mean, what were some of the first thoughts that you guys had when like the next day you guys wake up and you're seeing that you're in another country that
You
has
had to pay to go to the bathroom.
yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah, talk
had
about
mentioned that.
Yeah, so it was an insane like reality check and all, because like I've never even been outside the country, so doing that for one was like a huge step, and then two, like waking up and seeing like the everyday life that is their normal was like crazy to see, because it's like complete opposite than ours. And like we had to, on our way to after we like went across the border in Costa Rica to Nicaragua, our one bathroom stop we had to pay to go to the bathroom because
wild.
that
You
was
had to pay?
yeah.
Yeah. We had to pay for a whole
Pay for that
40
clean
grand
water.
Yeah.
because they have a bathroom that
Did they have like actually toilet
the
seats and all
toilets
that?
worked.
Oh,
The
wow.
sinks
Okay.
were actually working. They were not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
barely
Who did you
working.
pay to go to the bathroom?
There's like people that like
Yeah, so we like
Run it.
Like
one
a
of our
booth?
one of our
kind of
basically a ticket booth.
Bunch of coins in.
no. We just got out into the bathroom. The like Amigos for Christ people like figured it out. They paid for
Yeah.
us or whatever.
Did they have to pay per person?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
you
per
had to
person.
count like
Hey, I wonder
they
if it
were
was
like
more
who's
like if you had to go
going-
number 2.
Oh no, it was just
Number
any
one or number
use
two,
of
that'll
their
be-
toilets.
That'll be
Yeah.
$10 if you have to
But-
go
yeah,
number 2.
exactly.
Yeah. So actually, our drive from Costa Rica to Nicaragua, it was pitch black. So we really didn't see where we were going. So it wasn't until the next morning where we were like, okay, this is where we are. Like,
Yeah.
we're surrounded by
tired,
all
yeah.
this. Like, we didn't see until the next morning because like
Yeah.
it was pitch black. So we had no idea where we were going. So
Sleep on a bus.
yeah, we
Wow.
were sleeping for like 6 hours. It felt like 10.
How long would you say like our full travel day was?
Oof.
We started at 3
It was
a.m. and we
long.
got to Nicaragua at 12:30.
like midnight. So
Oh wow. Well,
And there's
plus
a
you guys were
time
sitting at the
change.
airport in Carolinas for like 3 hours.
yeah,
right?
we had a
Yeah.
long
So-
delay. So,
Oh,
If that
yeah, I
wasn't
forgot
happening,
about
technically,
that.
yeah, that's still a long day.
so
Wow.
there was our day was kind of pushed longer than it should
Should
have
have
been.
been.
I remember when we flew from Atlanta to Buenos Aires, Argentina, and our ride from Buenos Aires to Rosario was like a 6-hour bus
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
And it was
wild.
horrible.
Yeah,
I know.
It's
it
like
was
a
bad.
long, after traveling, we were on a 10-hour flight,
Yeah.
and then I had to do a 6-hour bus ride. I'm like,
bus ride
dang.
was just
So,
not.
so I'm just curious. Like, I'm all about food, and like, what kind of food did you have? Was it good? Was it?
like the whole week while we were
Because
there.
yeah, just like
No,
what kind
what
of
were
food
you guys
did you
eating
have?
while
Yeah.
you guys were in Nicaragua?
Yeah, so the Amigos team has a full kitchen crew. So those ladies prepare meals for breakfast and dinner because we took our lunch, our peanut butter and jelly every day for wherever we worked. So
It was peanut butter and jelly every day.
every day.
For
So
lunch.
yep, that was our
Jeez.
lunch, and we got 2 of them. So
Was it good?
Yeah.
No, I couldn't
But-
get sick of peanut butter and jelly because it's got a sweet.
I actually didn't. We looked forward to that
No,
peanut
yeah.
butter and jelly every day. Like we were like, that
like a
sounds
treat.
so good right now. So we were so
I know,
excited
it was
to
quite
use
like the motivation to keep going was to
You
get
were
that peanut butter and jelly.
It's kind of like in the back of your head.
Yeah,
It's like
I
having
know.
Starbucks. It was like PBJ.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Never been more excited for peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, so for breakfast, we pretty much had like rice and beans every morning, and then it's like some type of egg, and then fruit.
Fruit and like yogurt.
Yeah.
Or cereal. They had
Do they have
cereal
tortillas
options.
there?
So
Yeah.
They did, but that was like at dinner sometimes.
Yeah.
It was like a chicken or something.
Rice and beans every morning.
Every day,
Every
every morning, every dinner.
And then
Told you we could live off
always
rice and
there.
beans if we
Yeah.
had to. I knew
We
it.
did for a while.
Those, I had to steer away from those for a little bit. Those tore up my stomach just a bit, so I had
Yeah.
to steer
It was
away.
a quick change.
It was like a day or two, and I was like, okay,
I can see why you were excited about the peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you guys have for dinner?
Same white rice every night. Type of meat like beef or just like any kind
Was
of
the
meat.
beef good?
One of the nights was
But it was
real
fresh.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes,
it was like
yeah, it was
very
really
seasoned,
fresh.
juicy. It was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, their meat's probably
So
maybe
every
fresh
night it was
out
something
there.
different.
Yeah, and Amigos makes their own hot sauce. They have it like on the table, and we tried
would
it.
love
That was
that.
good too.
Oh,
I
like
remember-
spicy.
Yeah.
It was spicy. I remember when we had meat. Well, so when we were in Argentina in Rosario, like they actually killed a cow like out in
Ooh,
their
that's
field
fresh, too.
and it was the best steak meat I've ever had.
Probably
We had a
$200
pig,
steak.
we had chickens, and they like literally killed those because that's what they do, right?
Yeah.
And they were fresh and they were good because they weren't, the chemicals, they weren't being fed all this
Right,
other stuff. And so I remember that was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what were some of the reasons why you guys decided to go on this trip, right? Because obviously the trip was going to happen with or without you guys, but obviously you heard about it and you guys both decided to go.
So last year, actually, they had brought up the missions trip last summer, and we were like, we need to go, like, we want to go. Obviously, COVID was still happening, so they said, no, we're gonna go, and then they were like, okay, we can't go, like, we just can't do it. So then we were like bummed out, but then we were like, okay, next year. And so like this year came around, we were like, we have to go, we're not gonna miss out on this, like, we can't see ourselves not going. And so we got more information about it. We actually kind of late a little bit. They were like waiting on us, like, so you guys coming? You guys not? And so we were like, okay, we need to get the process going. So we came home. One night I came home from HSM, and I was like, guys, we need to have a serious conversation. I need to go on this Nicaragua trip because I just feel so called to go on it, and I can't miss out. And so for a while, Mom and Dad were just like, okay, whatever. Like,
I said
I was
yes.
like, guys, serious.
No,
You
I
remember what I said though?
I
was
said
like,
yes right away.
Yeah, Dad said, oh,
Okay, Dad
yeah.
was more open. Mom was like,
I was like,
oh, okay.
I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, I need
No,
to
Mom
get
was
more
like, what do you mean? You
information.
can't
Like, I
just
don't-
send our daughter.
She was freaking out,
I was
man.
a little-
And she
yeah,
was
I
not
was like,
very
"Ugh."
open to it. So I was like, guys, I'm going. Like, I need to be there. So I was really like
Yeah.
convincing them hardcore because I just didn't want to miss out. I didn't want to see everyone else going and me not be there.
Yeah.
And I just always like felt called to go on a missions trip. And so this year I felt the push, like, okay, this is your year to go. Like, you need to be there. So
Yeah.
I finally convinced you guys to let me go. And
Well, Dad was already convinced.
Yeah, Dad
I
was
took a little bit
convinced.
Yeah,
more.
I was already like, I mean, because you've always said all of our kids should go on a missions trip.
Right, I know.
yeah,
But what you didn't know though is the day you left, she was freaking out. She
I
thought you guys were
bet.
being snatched up and kidnapped.
No, the
and,
next day when you brought the
like it was
Why?
like, I mean, legit. Like she was
Why?
because we didn't
Yeah,
hear
I don't
from
know what it
you.
was.
Yeah, because I was just trying not to be I really want to enjoy
Yeah.
every moment, and I knew
Yeah.
you'd probably freak out, but I was
She was
like, you know
freaking
what,
out.
she's
She
gotta
was
have some
keeping me
faith
on
in
my
me.
edge.
We literally
that's for
had to
sure.
pray
She's
about
like,
it.
are you
Yeah.
okay? Where are you? You're not answering me. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Mom, I'm fine. I'm just trying to
That was
enjoy
on
every
Sunday,
moment.
and then Dad comes home with a puppy. I'm like, and it kept me really busy.
Yeah, I know. And then I found out we had a puppy. I was like, oh, thanks for letting me know. Like, thanks for getting it while I was there. But yeah, so I just felt
So you
like the
could-
push to go, and I knew that like that's what the next step in my faith was going to be, to go on the trip.
Yeah.
And
You weren't
How about-
scared in any way.
I wasn't scared. I actually didn't even know how to prepare.
To
Like,
be
there was no way to
prepared.
prepare yourself for a mission trip. Like, we were like,
Yeah,
what do we do? Like, how do we prepare? But it was only like through prayer. Like, you can't really do anything to prepare for the trip because you just don't know what to expect, especially because like we never been on a trip, so there was no like expectations or anything.
How about Sabrina?
Yeah.
How hard or easy was it to convince your parents to go?
It was an up and down
I
journey.
know, 'cause you
so-
didn't have a passport yet, right? You
Oh
were like,
yeah, that was another issue. So last year they did offer the trip, and it did get canceled due to COVID, like Tiara said. But like Tiara really wanted to go last year, and I like saw that drive in her last year, but I didn't feel that like I wanted to, but I probably would have, if it happened, I would have just went for like vacation reasons. I would just been like, oh cool, I get to go out of the country, like what an experience. But then it got canceled, so I'm like, that's probably all God's will. So now come next year, this summer, it got announced, and Tiara's like, oh my gosh, we have to go. And I was like, yeah, all right. Like, I doubt we'll end up going because that happens. Like, we'll say we'll go and then we just don't. So then, Tiara like kept bringing it up and like pushing me about it. And I was like, wow, like this actually does sound like a really good opportunity. And then we went to our summer camp, and I felt like such called there. And I was like, this is such a right move. And like, all I want to do is like serve. So then I like talked to my parents more about it. And my mom was like more on board. She was like, this sounds like, she could see it. Like I was really driven. I wanted to go. And my dad was like, I don't want to send you to Africa. And I was like, 1 second, it's not Africa.
I know, I'm gonna check him real quick. He has no idea what
he had no idea what it is. So I'm like on the computer looking up YouTube videos showing him that's a safe place.
You're like, it's Nicaragua south of us.
Yeah, I was like, it's gonna be okay. Like Tiara's, he's like, is Tiara going? Like, make sure Tiara's gonna be there. I was like, Tiara's gonna be there. We got each other. Like, it's gonna be a good time. So then that's pretty much how I got him to convince. And both of my siblings have been on mission trips, so I'm like, okay, it's my turn. Like, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you guys are old enough. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. You know, you guys go on this missions trip. You know, you're there for how many days were you guys there?
10,
actually 11 because our whole like extra travel day.
Extra travel day. You know, what were some of the things like your takeaways? Like, you know, obviously there was a lot that you experienced there. I'm sure God spoke to you guys, revealed things to you guys. There were probably moments where you were just kind of taking it all in. You know, now that you're, you know, back home and you experience that, like, what are some of your takeaways, or what were some of like the aha moments or the moments that really impacted you?
Aha moments.
Yeah, aha moments or the life-changing moments that happened.
Yeah, every morning. So there's called a rancho, and they have like this, what is it even called?
I just want to tell you, it's called a rancho.
Rancho. What is it called?
Like a tiki hut or
like
something?
a tiki hut, kind of in the middle
it's
of everything.
It's just like a meeting place.
Yeah, it was like their meeting place. So they had chairs and everything, and that was our place to meet in the morning and at night after our work day. So every morning we'd have prayer, we would have a devotional, and just like a little thing to be thinking about during the day, like a question or just something just have in your mind the whole day. One of the days, I don't know if it was the first or second day, we talked. The big thing was being present and being intentional, and that stuck with me the whole week. And even when I came home, that's been with me. So really being present was my big part. So in the morning when he had mentioned that, I was like, okay, I really need to be present. Like that's my goal, and I don't want to miss anything while I'm here. So I like was really trying to steer away from my phone. I was like, I'm here. Why do I need to go on my phone? Like everything that I'm trying to be here for is here, not on my phone. So I was just trying to be present in everything. So the bus rides were big for me. Like that's when I was like looking around and taking everything in. Like that's my thinking process, like my thoughts time. And you just like see so many different things on that bus ride. Like most of our bus rides were like an hour, 2 hours long to get to our work site.
Just to get to the place where
just to get to the work site.
I thought it was like maybe 15 minutes away.
No,
it was like quite a journey just to get to like one community we're going to.
Yeah, so that was my thinking time, and so that was when I was just looking around, just praying, like preparing myself for the day, and then reflecting on the way home too. Yeah, being present and intentional was a big thing for me that week.
Yeah, so like every day we had a certain word and it'd be with love. So that, like what Tiara's talking about, was our day was called be with love. So like be present. And like for me, probably the most impacting one was serve with love, because someone that like was giving the devotional that day talked about how like it is such a gift to serve and is not a chore. Like that's, I feel like growing up, what I've like lived, like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go serve, but I'm gonna get my like my Christian hours in for the day, or my Christian service. But that's not what it's about. Like in the Bible, Jesus went out and obviously he served without like clocking his time in.
Nothing in return.
Yeah, he went in to serve like with love and with like so much like intentions.
Yeah.
So like that's what I took away a lot, because like it's such a gift, and like it like shows that to serve, like we kept getting more stuff out of it than we thought we would.
Yeah.
Like going out and serving added so much to like my own faith and like built my own faith so much stronger.
Yeah, because the work we were doing was not easy, so it was like mentally tough. Like you had to like
push through.
Yeah, push through, and like I learned I was more strong than I thought. Like I had more strength than I really had like thought in myself.
So you think that's the reason why you guys also went hiking on that the first day was like a volcano hike?
Yes,
which is probably very intense, and then that probably prepared you for the week. Is that what
it really
they do that?
did. Because we had our long travel day, we got there late, and we woke up, and it was like, okay, we're going to a volcano hike. Like, that's what we're doing the whole day.
It was hot. Yeah. It was
steep.
Like
90 something, and it was humid. Like Nicaragua was humid.
It's
like
so humid. So yeah, like Saturday was our whole travel day, and then Sunday went straight to like a full-on volcano hike. Wow. So that was like a wake-up call.
How many hours
were
you guys trucking up that volcano and coming down?
It was probably like, it was
take as long as I thought.
Yeah.
Like we got there and I was like, we're going up that volcano.
Yeah, it was massive, but it probably was like 30, 45 minutes. Like we were just like all doing it together, so it flew by.
Yeah.
Was it hard?
Oh, it was mentally challenging.
Yeah, it was
for
mentally hard.
Yeah, so there was actually the front of the volcano and the back of the volcano. You could choose which you want to go to, and they were like, if you don't work out, if you're not physically active, don't go up the front. And like you could see, it was like steep. Like there was no like path to go up. It was just like all gravel, all like we actually went down that way. But so that was like I'm not gonna steer towards that. We all just like did it together. There was a few, probably like 5-6 people that did to the front.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
the back way was like more of a scenic route, so I'm glad we did it because we got to see a lot more of like landscape.
Take your time going up.
Yeah. And there was actually path. Like there's like a rock path to go up, rather like versus the front. Like there was just gravel. You were like hiking in the gravel.
It's like hands on feet, like going.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we chose not to do that route. But once we got up there, it was all worth it. It was definitely hot. We had to take many breaks to get water because we thought we were just gonna. I thought I was gonna pass out. I was like, my heart was racing. I thought it was.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you sent me a video, like almost falling off down the volcano, and then you're like, "Oh, I was passed out." And I'm like, "Why did you send me videos to make me freak out?"
Yeah, it was very steep. Like your feet would just start sliding. And I'm like, "All right, you got to keep going because I'm not going down."
Yeah.
Like,
So yeah, once we got up there, it was worth it all. Like the view, you could see other volcanoes, like the craters, like going in. Like it was
really
a crazy view.
So
and
these were like
it was
legit real volcanoes.
Yeah, it was real.
Wow.
Active.
And so we got up there, it was all worth it. We got our peanut butter and jelly. We were like, okay, this is the view with our lunch. So yeah, and then we went down the front, and it was hard to keep your balance. Like you're like going inside of the gravel, like you're sinking
Your legs
in.
would like get sunken in.
Yeah, you're sinking in.
Oh
So
my
basically,
gosh.
it was hard to like even stand, like to walk down. And
Couple of people.
there was someone that tumbled down and he couldn't stop. Like I thought he was like, I saw from a distance, like he was way down there and he was tumbling. I was like, who decided to get down on their lay down and start rolling down? But it was an accident. Like he couldn't stop himself.
Yeah,
He started running down and then he just started tumbling.
Yeah, so like, and I like fell too, and I scraped up my leg like really bad for the rest of the trip. Like, so I was going down with one of my friends, and like I didn't know like how to stop myself, so I went like legs down, and I just started sliding, and then I like looked down, my whole legs ripped open, like immediately teared skin, and I'm like, okay, you just got to keep going, like you can't stop.
Yeah,
like,
the gravel was sharp, and there was no stopping. Like I had to like go sideways to like keep myself balanced.
We have jeans on that were like,
Well, that one guy.
he probably was prepared.
We have one guy on our team that wore jeans every single
We were
day.
like, are you dying?
but he probably had not one scratch on his leg.
No. Oh yeah, that's what he said. He said, I don't want that on my leg.
That's smart.
Yeah, but when we got down to the bottom, we had to dump our shoes. Like it was full, like of the stones and stuff. But
Goodness.
It was wild.
it was
Wow.
a crazy experience.
That's intense.
So how old are you?
Oh, we're going out of the. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm 15.
And you'll be 16
Next week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sabrina?
Next Wednesday.
I'm 15. I'll be 16 late September.
Oh,
So-
not next week. It's August 10th.
It already is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Happy birthday.
yeah. Happy birthday.
My birthday's tomorrow.
Yeah. Obviously, you guys are basically both 16 years old.
Yeah.
Not too many 16-year-olds in today's society are serving the Lord, right? And going on mission trips.
Yeah.
And so I think it's pretty awesome that you guys have just decided to serve the Lord, obviously, not just talk about it, but be about it, and even willing to, go out of the country and go serve people, which I think is amazing.
Yeah.
I'd like you guys to talk about your faith a little bit, right? Like, obviously, why is serving the Lord important to you? And, why is serving, people and making his love, and his name known to others?
Yeah. That's good.
Because, being young, unfortunately, you guys know this, we live in a culture where most people your age are not serving the Lord, and they're out doing a lot of stuff that sinning and unfortunate stuff, and you guys have obviously taken a different path. So why did you guys decide to take that path?
Yeah,
And how did you find the Lord?
It's definitely okay. So before I get into that, it's definitely hard seeing people around us our age so lost, like trying to find their worth and their value in many things that just aren't going to satisfy them in the end, but they don't know that, and they legit think that they don't have purpose. Like they're so confused on why they're here. So I feel very not honored, but very privileged to know like I do have a purpose and I do have a creator that's like here. And so I just feel very happy knowing that, like I do, because it is a young age that we do know that, and we do realize, and we want to know more.
Yeah, I think a good word to describe it is fortunate, because a lot of people like don't have even like the home set, or like have even heard like God's like true like purpose for us, and like what God's love is. And like I think since we both grew up in like Christian
we're both
homes,
really fortunate to grow up in Christian homes.
Like a lot of people like have to find Christianity for themselves, and for us like it was kind of like built into us. And like I'm very thankful for that, because I had never have had like the time where I was struggling for a long time. It's just always been in like my faith and like been in my family like culture. So
But it's a choice, though.
It is a choice, because we both, when you growing up in a Christian home, it's like sometimes I feel like it's pretty common to just like think that it's your parents' faith and not your own. Like it's just like, oh, you're supposed to do this and this and this, but you don't know you don't choose yourself. And so it took me a while to realize like it's my own faith. It's not your guys' faith. It's mine.
Right.
But you guys just help implant that in me.
Right.
And so I did have to choose that it's my faith and not your guys's. So
Yeah.
It's your walk.
yeah, and even now, like we have friends, and it's hard to see that like they don't understand it's their faith, and they're still thinking that it's their parents, and everything they do is for them.
Yeah.
So I'm glad to know that like we know that.
And what I'd love to do, and I'm sure Joy, you would agree, is to maybe even have you guys back on to talk about that.
Yeah.
Right. Because, I think more than ever in today's culture, even as adults, right? There's so many adults who are, living life not knowing their purpose, right? There's so many people that, don't know what it means to, to live for God or to have a purpose. And they're really just going through the motions. And that's even one of the things that I talk about in my book that I just wrote, Unleashed, right? The first 7 of the 7 key principles is discovering your purpose.
Yeah.
Because I think once you realize that God created you for a purpose, right? And God, designed each one of us for something specific, it changes everything.
Yeah.
Right. And so, for those that are listening right now that maybe even have kids, or maybe there's some young people that are even listening, to this podcast that maybe don't know their purpose, they don't have a relationship with God. What are some things that you could share with those that are listening on how they can, how can they find that, or what does it even mean?
I think that like something that we're fortunate to be educated on a lot is like having faith like at such a young age and in our youth, because a lot of times it gets like scratched over. Because I feel like a lot of people focus on the fact that like if you've been struggling your whole life, then you have faith and like then you become saved. That's amazing. Of course, that's amazing. But starting at such a young age and like so we're like able to share it from such a young age is like very like such a blessing. Because if I've been like struggling for a while and then I finally like got saved, obviously that's great. I'm going to heaven, but I would have probably wished that I could have started that from a younger age.
Yeah.
And that's like what I can see in my parents. Like my parents like a lot of times are like really thankful that I have a good faith now because they wish they could have like started sharing at my age.
Right. And I know I feel that way because I didn't grow up that way. I didn't get saved till I was 19. And I struggled, along the way because it takes time to build that relationship with the Lord. And so what about you, Tiara? Like if anybody's listening, I mean, what would you say?
I'd say, well, you can't really rush finding your purpose. Like it's honestly whenever God decides to show you that and reveal that to you. So honestly, for me, I haven't really found my purpose. I know it's to serve, and I love serving, and I have a good heart to serve. And so I don't know exactly what I want to do. That question always comes up, like, oh, what are you going to do? Like, what's your career? Like, what do you have in plan? But like, honestly, I'm just waiting for God. Like, I'm not going to try to figure out my own plan. I know that's something to do with serving, but I don't know quite yet exactly. So I'd say don't like rush to find your purpose on your own. Like God will reveal that to you whenever he decides to. And it's a lot of it comes through prayer and just like people you surround yourself. We're really fortunate to have a good youth program at Northridge. We've built close friends that like keep us accountable, and our youth leaders, like they're really open with us, and we know we can go to them when we're struggling and when we need prayer about things and just guidance. And we're so like really lucky to have those people. So they've really helped me like know that like, okay, like you don't have to figure out your purpose right now. Like God's going to show you that, and you don't need to figure it out on your own.
Yeah.
So I'm just lucky. I feel like they've been a big part in my faith journey, just helping me grow. And I've had them around.
Or high school ministry at Northridge.
I've had them around for a long time. Levi.
Okay.
Levi.
Shout out to Levi. Thank
Shout
you.
out to Levi.
Levi.
Yeah, he's been a big part. So
Yes.
Yeah, my faith has probably like grown a lot since I've gotten to high school and like learned from his teachings, because I like was trying to find my purpose and calling too. And quite recently, I pretty much like this summer's decided I want to go into ministry.
Yeah.
Because I have like dealt with like, because like my parents are both in like 2 different fields. And I'm like, okay, well, I like my personality, my outgoing personality. I feel like I can use that, but I didn't know where. And then I recently was like, oh my goodness, like God just like opened up my heart to ministry, and I was like, this is such like a field that I would love to like go into, and like I feel like I can be used in. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I love what you said, Tiara, about how, you don't just discover your purpose. God has to reveal it to you, because that's exactly even what I said in my book.
Yeah, because you can like try to find it and do all these different things, but like it can be totally different from what God actually has planned for you.
Yeah, and you'll never feel satisfied if you like just push yourself into a different like zone that like you think God wants you into, but that's just what you want.
Yeah, and it's also frustrating. Like I struggled with it for a while. Like, okay, I don't know my purpose. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? But like I've started to accept like it's okay, like it's in whatever's God timing, like it's in his timing. So I don't have to worry about like rushing it on my own, like trying to find it myself.
And not only that, you know, it's, I think you said when you're praying and you're building your relationship with the Lord, it happens over time. Like for me, God gave me just little glimpses, like in little things, like you feel the urge, Sabrina, to go into ministry. You're feeling called into ministry, even though you might not know exactly what that looks like. It's that initial push, right? Tierra, you know that God is giving you that initial push into serving. So it's like, and then it begins to unfold over time.
What does it look like, right? And Tiara, I see you have your notebook with you. Is there anything you want to share out of it? Like anything special from your trip that the Lord revealed,
from
or
Nicaragua,
scripture, or just anything? I know.
I like journal. I try to journal every day after our work day, just so I could remember like what happened and just like what God was like revealing. So
yeah, if there's anything significant.
I think it was the Volcano trip. It was that day. What was it? Oh, something I saw on our way to the volcano. So we were passing some houses and something, I don't know why this stuck out to me, but I just like couldn't stop thinking about it. So there was this family that was on the side and they had it was just like pavement ground with like pebbles. And I saw these 3 kids out there with the biggest smiles on their face. They had this like weird ball, like it was not like a normal ball. It was a ball that I had not seen before. It was like not what we have. And they were on the stone with their bare feet and they looked like they were the happiest ever, like they were content like with what they were living with. And I just looking out the window like, that's crazy. Like they don't even need all these like crazy special things to be happy. And that was just like God telling me like, you can be content with whatever you have. Like it doesn't matter how nice things are. Like you don't have to have the best of the best. Like you can be happy and satisfied with that. Yeah, exactly. So when I saw their big smiles, I was just like, it gave me a reality check. Like you don't need all these different things to be content or satisfied. Like seeing them and their joy just with the 3 of them, like it wasn't even a big group, it was just them. And they looked so happy. So I kept looking out the window. Like that just didn't leave me. For some reason, I just felt like God was telling me just to be content. Like I don't need more and more and more. Like, so I don't know. That was just one thing that the Lord told me the first day. I just like saw them out the window and I was just like, couldn't stop thinking about that. So
that's good. Was there any one thing that stood out to you, Sabrina?
So the one day that we went to the schoolhouse was just a real eye opener because like to see how excited the kids were to go to school and how much like we are so used to having that like opportunity here was just quite like a reality check, because if they are so excited to go to school, and another opportunity they get is they get 2 meals a day. So they have like no, disadvantage in learning because they would be hungry. Like Amigos for Christ makes sure that they have a morning breakfast and then lunch so they can continue to learn and like not be hungry and not like get distracted
yeah,
from
because
learning.
like the public school, like they're not guaranteed that kids are coming already fed. So like Amigos made sure that they had everything provided for them. So this is their private school. Like they made this all. So they pretty much provide everything. The parents only have to get a uniform and school supplies, but the parents also have to do some service projects just to like kind of pay for that a little bit.
Yeah, so like they just go to school though every day, and we got to like go and sit in some of the classrooms, and that was so cool to like see them like so tuned into like what the teacher was saying and so excited to learn. And like we went into like a kindergarten classroom and they did like a song for us. Yeah, but it was like so cute.
Yeah,
they were like so excited to see us, and we were like walking out of the room, they're just hugging us, and it was just like, I don't know, it was just crazy to see.
Yeah, just the way they were so open to a group of people that I didn't even know. Like they were just hugging like instantly, and like here we would never do that. I feel like if a group came into a school, they'd be like, "What are they doing here?" Like, they were so like excited. They came up, hugged us. They didn't even know us. Yeah. And that was just a cool experience that whole day.
Like probably in like our today schools, like in America, like they wouldn't even let like a big group come in through the doors.
Right, yeah.
Like for us, they are like welcome, open arms. Like we'd love for you to see our school. We'd love to see like what God has made. Like
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow, this was good. Yeah. Joy, did you have anything else?
I'm just soaking it all in here.
Yeah, me too.
I have my dog on my lap and just I'm enjoying watching these girls just speak from their hearts.
Yeah, that's good.
I do gotta say, this man right here, he wrote me notes to open up every day, and those really encouraged me. So those are my morning little this man right here.
Jay Ford.
JF in the house.
He wrote me notes, and I'm a very like sentimental person. Like all these little things like make me, like, you didn't know, but like when I came in my room that one night before we left and I saw this on my suitcase, I was like, my heart, like that's something I wanted, but I didn't say because I was just like, okay, whatever, it's not that big of a deal. So when I saw those, I was like, oh my gosh. So I opened those every morning, and those really encouraged me for the day. Like you really had some questions there that like stuck with me and like helped me reflect on the day. So I'm just gotta say thank you for those.
Oh,
those
yeah.
really helped
I
me
love
get
that.
through.
And what was cool is when I was writing those out the night before you were leaving, like I was almost there with you,
Yeah.
and I was envisioning like what you would be experiencing in those days to ask you those questions and write those notes. And so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and it was crazy when I opened them. I was like, whoa, like this is actually like accurate. So like what you said is literally true. I thought you were there too. Like
Yeah.
I felt like that.
cool.
So
And
Yeah.
definitely God was probably like speaking through you and like speaking through what Tiara needed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That's
pretty
great.
awesome. And so definitely going to have you guys back on the show again. Do you guys want to come back on again?
yeah,
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
be back.
we'll be
Sweet.
back.
Thanks
Sweet.
for
I'm
coming. Thanks
even-
for waking up early.
I'm thinking of
It's
almost
a Saturday
like
morning, y'all.
a
I mean,
segment
yeah.
like Tea and Brie or something
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. We could do that.
Yeah.
Let's go.
do you agree? Oh, shoot.
Something along those lines. But in closing, is there any final words, whether it's adults or kids that are listening right now, that you would want to leave those that are listening with right now, just about any final words?
I think just like if you get the opportunity to serve, take it and like take it and be so excited to do it and do everything through prayer. Because if we didn't have prayer, we didn't have a good faith from like the start, we probably would have not been able to like go through it and like sign up.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
yeah, I would just like and be so excited to serve and know like and be ready for what God has opened up to you and like what He has for you because it's gonna like shake your faith.
Yeah. Even if you're not even like in service or like doing service
Yeah.
now, like you even starting it, like you could open up a whole new level of loving to serve. Like I had to do so many different things to find out that I do love serving. So yeah, taking those steps to do more service and just you learn more about yourself. You literally learn so much more about yourself and how you grow in seeing the different ways you can serve.
Yeah.
So I love that. And also the things that I took away about being present, intentional, like those are big things. Like every conversation I have now, I want to be more intentional and not just like listening to whatever they're saying or just like, yeah, I agree, but like actually being there with the person. Like some conversations like people need and they're like waiting to have those conversations. So just being present with whoever's just trying to open up to you or understand just like what they're going through. So yeah, being present is a big thing. Just taking in everything because it's easy to just like go through the motions and
It
just
is.
like be there, but you're
And be
not
distracted,
actually
right?
there. Like
Yeah.
be fully there.
I love that.
So
Yes,
that's what
I
I-
love that. I'm so blessed that Tiara just loves serving like that. I mean, now she sings when she does the dishes at home.
Yeah, actually, I can't. So we didn't. Oh my, we didn't talk
No,
about this.
just
Do we have
kidding.
one more time? We have
Yeah,
one
we
more
do.
time?
Go ahead.
Okay, so while we were there, we actually had morning chores. So there was
Yeah,
four groups.
that's what I heard.
There was
Oh my
four
God.
groups, and so there was AM dishes, peanut butter and jellies, PM dishes, and
Water and ice.
which was like we had to fill up the water jugs, and then pachingas, which had the water in them. Oh no, the jugs had ice, and the pachingas had
Pachinga.
pachingas.
That's a
had
cool word. Pachinga.
water. So every day we'd have a rotation of who does what. So the dishes there was like a weird, it wasn't even a sink. It was like this built, like engraved, like,
Yeah, and just
little
like drains
cement
and like
thing?
random like
yeah, it was like cement thing. So everything was
yeah.
washed by hand. So when I came home, I was like, you know what? I'm blessed for this dishwasher.
Yeah.
So I had a little bit more of a cheerful heart. Although last night the dishes was full. So I had to
I
like
know.
calm myself and have a better mindset about it.
We
But
can always get you a pachinga.
oh, pachingas is for the water. It was a
Oh,
jug. So
well,
we
we
had
can
to like
always get you
how many?
a-
We literally filled up like 40 ice buckets, and then the pachingas like 30 every day. We had brought them with us. So
Wow.
yeah, we had
Wow.
chores
Oh
every
my
day.
goodness.
It's good.
We didn't even talk about our like how we rode on the back of a truck through a jungle.
Oh yeah, we did do that.
What?
That
And
was
you guys
on
had
the way to a
rooftop,
farm.
Rooftop hangout. I
Oh, we
heard.
had a rooftop crew. Yep, we did. We didn't have a.
Every
Yeah.
evening you would be on
Shout
the rooftop.
out to the rooftop crew. So after our
Yes.
whole mission trip, we went to Costa Rica for a beach day and we got these bracelets.
Yeah, we
Nice.
did. We got them.
Aw.
Nice.
And when they came back from their mission trip, like a week later, Tiara hosted like the high school group to come over our house and
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
like a
Yep.
reconnection again, and they had a bonfire workshop. Like it was beautiful.
Yeah,
to
we
hear that.
really built a close bond, like friendship with like
That
those people
happens.
because we've seen them around, but we've never really grown a friendship, and
Yeah.
so it was awesome
does
because
that
like
too.
when you go through that something a crazy experience like that, like you guys
Yep.
are all going through it together, and like you're feeling it together. So like
Yeah.
it was cool to have that friend group because like we have friends here, but like it's a different type of friend group because we all like experience something
Yeah,
life
that's
changing.
another thing. Like going into it, I thought I was just like serving and to serve with like a team, but we like made such close friendships that we're probably gonna have for like such a long
Yeah,
time.
even friendships with interns, like they have intern program,
Oh,
like
yeah.
Amigos for Christ, and they were all Nicaraguans, and they stay there with us. And so we got to hang out with them every night and learn some Spanish. We taught them some English, learned some
Yeah.
dancing.
I
some
heard they had
salsa,
you guys
bachata.
dancing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Bachata, I love that.
And so we even talk to them now. We literally FaceTime one of the guys last
we're
night.
still in contact
Aw.
with them. Like, yeah, literally last night we talked to one of them that's an intern there, and it's just like
Awesome.
It's cool
something
to
that
have
we were
those people.
that was such an unexpected gift from that trip.
Yeah, we
That's
didn't
awesome.
even think that. We didn't know I had interns staying with us there. We like hung out every night with them. So
Yeah.
we was really sad to leave. Some of them actually like were tearing up when we left. It was like sad.
Yeah,
But
it was just sad, but
That's awesome because when you serve with people, there are the relationships that you build. And the thing that I was thinking when you were talking about serving is that's what Jesus came to do, right?
yeah,
You know, the King of Kings came from heaven to serve us.
yeah.
And so for us to model that and serve others is really, to me, there's a joy and there's a fulfillment that comes from that, you know, that you can't get really anywhere else.
It was really a
Right.
humbling experience to be able to serve as Jesus' hands and feet. Like just actually
Yeah.
doing that. It wasn't just like for ourselves or just to make us feel better. Like we got to come back and see the next day of digging, like like the poles being put in the ground that we
Oh
had
my
dug the
goodness.
other day.
Oh,
so
wow.
that was a crazy experience. Like
Yeah.
our work didn't go for nothing. Like we got to put in the pipes that was the water was going to go through and put it in there and like see that, okay, we're like what we're doing is actually
yeah, and
helping.
to see and like to come back home and think about like what we did there has made their community so much better and like such a
Yeah.
better living
Mm-hmm.
space is like like such a rewarding experience that like only like they are so thankful for like our personal labor work.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
that's like nothing to us. Like doing a couple hours a day, like that's
Yeah.
not gonna really change our lives, but change theirs.
Yeah, they said
That's
that what
powerful.
they would have done in months, we did it in a day. So
Yeah.
that was crazy to me. I was like, that's really rewarding. It feels
Yeah.
really good. Obviously, it was so tiring, but you feel the reward and
Yeah.
just like the way it makes you feel after.
Yeah,
just how
and then
much-
like our team, like no one was complaining. Like you could just see how God, like how real God was in that like
Yeah.
moment. Like we dig ditches like 3.5 feet, but like no one was like, oh, so hard. Like we were like, let's keep going. Like it was like such a cheerful.
Yeah, we had a good,
experience.
encouraging team. We kept
Yeah.
going. We kept making sure everyone. We actually had one girl that was like did smile checks, so she came around. She's like, "Let me see those smiles." And so yeah, we had a really
Yeah.
encouraging team. There was no complaining.
Nobody was sick or anything during the time. Like,
No,
you ever
no
notice
one was
people were
sick.
pretty healthy,
Yeah,
like on your
and,
trip
like,
that like
What another blessing. Like no
Wow.
one like had
Yeah.
no issues, and it's
That's
just all
great.
God. Like
because
keep
you're
working.
serving.
Yeah,
right?
I
And
love
God
that.
serving.
protects
love
your
that.
health as well.
Well, we're definitely going to have you guys on again because I think there's a lot more to talk about. And so this was good because a lot of this we
Yeah.
didn't hear yet because I know you guys were saving it for this show.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
if you're tuning in, you got to hear it at the same time Joy and I got to hear it.
Yeah, we
So-
haven't really, because people like ask, but we haven't had a full conversation. It's just like, oh, hey, how was your trip? Like, that's pretty much
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
cool to get to
Yeah.
talk about experience again.
This was-
Reminisce a little bit.
This was good. This was good. Joy, do you have
Wow.
anything you want to share to wrap it up?
I don't think so. I'm just thankful.
Okay.
She's just
I'm
chilling.
thinking about picking up Judah from camp.
She's
so.
chilling with Nola Ruby.
Yes, my little Nola.
Well,
thinks
thank
she
you,
wants some
Tiara
more.
and Sabrina, for coming
Thanks for
on.
having
Thanks
us
for
finally on the
having us.
pod.
Yep,
I
thanks for sharing your
know.
experience
Glad to
with
be
us.
here.
Yeah.
And guys, if you're listening, like Tiara, take Tiara and Sabrina's advice. Look for opportunities to serve people. Obviously, you don't have to go out of the country to serve people. You can start serving people right in your own community. And there's a lot of needs here, even locally. But I would encourage you, if you have the opportunity to go on a missions trip, definitely do it. It's definitely life-changing. So thanks for tuning in to another episode, guys. If you love the show, do me a favor, go ahead, again, hit the subscribe button. If you really love the show, do me a favor, leave a 5-star review. You can follow me on social media at the official Justin Ford. Again, at the official Justin Ford. 2 things that I always end the show with. Number 1, it's not how you start. What matters is how you finish. And number 2, with God, all things are possible. Thanks for tuning in. God bless you, and we'll see you on the next one.